This is unshakable lioness strength which just got ignited in you, and you're like, this is it, and I'm not doing this anymore, and I'm not taking this anymore.
No, so I say that you use the word lioness. I would say that my eldest daughter Lucienne, who's 37 now, and she was born with special needs, so her mental age is about 5 or 6. But she awoke the lioness in me. I think all mothers are protective, but she really was the one, and she has saved me so many times. And I think we in lots of ways she might have an academic age of sort of 5 or 6, but her emotional EQ is off the charts, and her empathy and her ability to see the world, helps me every day. So she saves me in lots of ways. But I mean, it was so I actually was at the point where I my abusive husband, it was my second husband actually, and he was a very notable figure in the city. So I was working in the city, met him in the city, and he was very, very well known, very successful. And so I know lots of women, when you're in a relationship where everyone thinks that the person is, this great pillar of society, and in a mixed race culture as well, where he's white and I'm this brown woman who people think is just too mouthy, says she doesn't know her place, whatever it is, it's very difficult to be heard. But and that's why I do talk about it, because there are so many myths about women who suffer in abusive relationships. They're stupid, they're weak, that they choose to stay, that it's their fault in some way, that they must be hard to live with. There's all these myths that are out
Narrative.
there, and that carry on. That's why I carry them on, because what I discovered from myself, my own experience, and others, but from my own experience I can talk about, is that the very things that drew him to me are the things he wanted to break and own. So he liked the fact that I was an attractive, smart, successful woman, but he was going to own and break all of that. Those were the things he saw as a challenge almost to break and own. And
Insecurity.
because I'm a strong person, and he couldn't break it through his mind games and through because the controlling, coercive side, it then I'm afraid became violent and physical. And at that point, I didn't know who I was. I mean, he broke me to the extent that I could not tell you who I was at that point. I was drowning, and to me, dying, I reached the point where dying seemed the best.